Thanks for tuning in to Guitars and Cigars. So, like, a thing happened today, like, kind of like a not uncommon for me. I stopped over by Perry's Music in Villa Park on St. Charles Road. They're working on two of my guitars, cosmetic things, and I'll when they're done with them, I'll show you. And I just want to stop in, touch base, how you's doing, what's happening, all of that jazz. And while I'm talking to the guy, and he had to take care of another customer, I'm standing there and I'm looking around. I walk into a guitar joint that's like kryptonite, kind of. And you got to be careful, I think a lot of us, you walk into a Guitar Center or wherever you go and you're thinking about buying 10 picks and you walk out with a guitar, But, so I'm in there and I'm just looking around and they got this guitar hanging there. Kind of catches my eye, but I know what it is right away. And it's nothing that is sought after or anything like that. But it's kind of cool looking. And it's not a lot of money at all. And of course I go and pick it up and I gotta play it. And it played really nicely, surprisingly. Anyway, make a long story short, I left with it. It is a brand that would make anybody that knows guitars laugh, as it should. It's called First Act. Okay? These are not low-budget guitars or budget guitars. These are under low-budget guitars. These are like, a guitar that you would get at, like, Walmart. Okay? But it's a little guy, one pickup, one knob, inexpensive. Let me see what it feels like. I never held one of these. First Act makes, microphones and amps and stuff for really, really beginners. And none of their stuff is sought after. None of it holds value. So I was surprised. And I played it, and the guy comes up to me, the Perry's guy, young kid that works there, nice kid, I forget his name. And he's like, you know what? I've played that too. It's fun to play, isn't it? I says, yeah. I was surprised. The fret ends are smooth. The action is good. Of course, at Perry's, you don't buy a guitar unless they already set it up. So the things were nice. And what I actually have to say is I like how the tuning keys are, where each string is just a straight line, no bends, no string trees, but it's a little teenage, with the flames on it or whatever. I'm not embarrassed by it. Listen, this guitar is not beneath me. I am not greater than anything or whatever, and I don't think I'm anybody. I'm not embarrassed by it. It's just kind of funny. It made me laugh, First Act. But surprisingly, it feels good. It's like a 3/4 guitar. I think the model of it is called ME 1980. Whatever that means, I ain't got a clue. But it plays good. It's solid. It was very, very inexpensive. But it's comfortable. And I would say that if you are a beginner, it's something to maybe consider. Don't get hung up on whatever it says on your headstock as far as a brand name. Okay? You could have famous brand names that you just don't connect with. They don't feel right. My wife once asked me, why so many guitars? Don't they all basically do the same thing? Basically, yes. But each one has its own feel, highlights that attract us to them, whether it's aesthetics, whether it's how they feel when you play them. I just always kind of associated something like a First Act brand guitar as like, well, that guitar must walk with a limp, or it's got a lazy eye, or I don't know what the hell the problem is with it. No, you can't judge. So that's the point. Don't overlook these. Once in a while they come up on Facebook Marketplace. They're real cheap. And again, usually it's been dropped because a kid had it. It's missing this string. The knob fell out. There's always some issue. And then you think, why do I want to even invest effort or anything into modifying, or putting any labor into a guitar that's $35? Why would I do that? Well, it might turn out to be playable and worth your time. So, boundaries. Don't have them too restricted. Open mind. Okay? And I'll see you next time. Take it easy.